Hello and welcome to Left Night with Kendra Dawsey. And now here is your host, Kendra Dawsey.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Zach. How are you doing today?
Oh, just great. Fantastic, you know. How about
Yeah,
yourself?
I'm doing great because it's Black Month. It is Black People Month. I am so excited. I'm hoping for so many reparations from guilty people who made fun of me in middle school. Like I'm just this is my month.
Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
nobody. They'll probably try to take it away, but they can't.
they can't. They can't. They really can't. But yeah, this is Black Month. It's Black History Month. But of course, history is being made right now, and history is, of course, just constantly happening. In the words of Great Daddy Marx, so it's Black Month. We are going to do a special segment for today. It is called "Win Guilty White People's Money."
Okay.
And we're doing this to showcase a few like Black liberation, Black working class movements over history, and also just to make Zach uncomfortable. Like, why not? Like
Fantastic.
you'll
I have been feeling too comfortable on this show. It's about time that somebody has
yeah.
set me back a peg.
Exactly. And like, of course, we have to squeeze everything we can out of Black History Month because it's only 28 days, right?
Sure.
Like, it's not, no one chose like December to be Black History Month. Also, what's also weird is like, of course, they choose a month where there's like the littlest amount of sun and where all Black people have like the lowest amount of vitamin D. Like, they're really just coming for us. So, why not try to win some guilty white people's money? So, here are the rules of the game. So the idea is we have 5 questions. I think you could move forward. I think, yeah, the next slide explains everything. So you have 5 questions about Black liberation movements, Black media, or just plain old Negroidian shit that Zach must answer. And for
Okay.
every question Zach gets wrong, you will have to give $5 to For the Quarrels, a collective that raises housing and medical funds for Black trans people in the U.S. Are you
Oh,
ready,
okay.
Zach?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to. This is going to go really poorly. I don't think I'm going to get them all right, but this will go very poorly if I do. So let's.
Yeah, if you know about Black people, then Black people get less money. How does it feel
Oh,
having that
this,
that on your
this is
shoulders?
quite a conundrum, but let, let's all right. Let's see what we've got. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to lose my guilty white person money.
All right, let's do it. So, first question is, when did the Haitian Revolution begin? So we have a few dates: August 22nd, 1791; January 1st, 1807; May 30th, 1796; or February 8th, 1984.
Hmm. Okay. So I know that January 1st is Haitian Independence Day,
Mm-hmm.
but does that mean that's the day that the revolution began or the day that it ended?
It's
So that
probably the day. It's the day that it probably ended, right? Because Haiti became independent,
right.
and they
I
didn't
guess
need to revolt for it
I
to begin.
guess yeah. I guess only dumb Americans would have their Independence Day celebrated on the day they said they were free rather than the day that they actually won the war. The, so I think just going based on that, how long would the struggle have been? I would say I'm gonna go with C, that on May
Okay.
30th, 1796 is when it began.
All right. So let's see the answer. The answer is August 22nd, 1791. They were
Wow.
struggling for yeah, for like actually I think one of the dates were, I think none of these dates are the actual like first Independence Day. I think like they were struggling
Mhm.
for 12 years, and then Haiti became independent January 1st, I believe, 1803. double check me on that.
Yeah.
Check Wikipedia. If anyone Haitian is watching, definitely correct us in the comments. But yeah, that is when the Haitian Revolution began, and Zach owns a total of $5 to Black people.
Okay. All right.
All right. Next question. All right. In 1968, Black American workers formed Drum at Dodge's main assembly plant in Detroit, Michigan. What did Drum stand for? Oh, this is a multiple choice.
Oh, this one's not multiple choice. Oh boy, I was waiting for them to come up, and we're all right.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to work
really
my way
want
backwards.
trans people to get money.
I'm going to work my way backwards on this one. I don't know this one. I'm going to guess that the U. I'm going to guess just I'm going to guess that the U is union, and I'm going to guess M. M in a union name is usually manufacturing or machinist. Oh, it could be machinists too.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm going to guess. Oh boy. So, the D is probably it could be Dodge or Detroit. Oh, this is tough.
Ooh, oh man.
So I'm going to, and then the R. Do I know? Are there any popular labor words that have an R in them?
I'm not going to say. I'm just going to sit here and smile.
There's the AWA. There's the SEIU, AFL-CIO. None of those have R's in them. All right. I'm going to go with Dodge. The Dodge Republic of Union Manufacturers.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. The real answer is Dodge Revolutionary Union Movement.
Oh,
see, this was specifically Black workers, so they're like, we need revolution and movement. They were like, let's do this.
I was thinking too white in my understanding of unionism.
No, I think so far Zach owns $10. So actually it's pretty interesting. There were a few revolutionary union movements from factory workers in different manufacturing plants. I think there was from like Ford Revolutionary Union movement, and they came together for the League of, I believe it's the League of Revolutionary Union Movement or Revolutionary Union Workers. And that was pretty badass. You could definitely look that up and read a little bit about the history there. But yeah, they injected some revolution. You know, us Blacks, we love revolutions, and we love retronyms. So we love making an acronym and then backdating, figuring out what it actually means after we make the acronym. You know?
Yeah, I support that. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
What year did Assata Shakur escape from prison? So we have 1987, 1983, 1971, and 1979.
I don't have much to work back from in this, other than I think it happened in the 70s. So I'm going to say 79.
All right, let's see the answer. It was actually 71.
Okay.
You were close, though. You were close.
I did pick the right decade, but it does not count.
Yeah, so she escaped from prison 40 years ago. A few of her like cohorts in the Black Liberation Army freed her from prison. I think she was in Pittsburgh for a little bit, just hanging out, and then she hightailed it to Cuba, where the U.S. government cannot put their hands on her as much as they try. Yep. And she also wrote 2 books. Read her books; she's really cool. Yeah, she's a great person. All right, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
What was the birthplace of Kwame Toure, aka Stokely Carmichael? So here's another one where it's not multiple choice, but think about it. Think about it. So there's only so many places with a lot of black people, right? But I mean,
right. I believe he was born in the United States. So I have no reason to think otherwise. I've seen a number of his speeches. I saw. I think it was the South, just because, apropos of nothing, a few months back, at John Lewis's funeral, Bill Clinton decided to make a point about how happy he was when John Lewis sided with him over Kwame Toure. Just in the middle
Bill Clinton would tell that story.
Like, eulogizing the man, he had to say some shit about Kwame Toure. So I know that John Lewis was a senator from Georgia, I believe, or not a senator, but a congressman from Georgia, which would lead me to, I think that means the safest guess for me, with the little bit I do know I know things about what Kwame Toure talked about, but my regional understanding leaves me with my best guess at being Atlanta.
Okay. The real answer is Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. But he moved to Harlem when he was a child. I believe he moved to Harlem. Actually, he moved to Harlem when he was 11 to live with his parents.
Okay.
So, but like, that was a very good guess.
I'm proud in here. I have to say, like, as much as I know about black people, to just not seem like a complete ignorant white person. There's no like
my questions aren't like, summarize the main points of Frantz Fanon's seminal work. It is like a little bit of trivia, but it's a good opportunity to talk more about the people in the movements. And you'll be paying for someone's
right. I
can't
get that mad because it's for a good cause, but yes.
But thank you for bringing up the story with Bill Clinton complaining about Kwame Toure at John Lewis's funeral. Like, imagine you go to a funeral of someone and be like, man, I am so glad John Lewis agreed with me instead of that uppity guy, like that black liberation guy that moved to Africa because COINTELPRO was coming after him. Screw him. Anyway, John Lewis, what the hell, Bill Clinton? Like, what? Yes. Whatever. Anyway, final question. Fifth question. Is Darwin the fish from Gumball black?
Okay.
Have you seen Gumball? I guess that is a good question. The cartoon Gumball.
Yes. So Gumball is the one. Gumball is the cat, and then Darwin is his friend, the fish, right?
Friend / adopted brother.
Okay.
So he was a fish that lived in the house, right? And he was originally Gumball's pet fish, and then he grew legs and became part of the family. So okay. But is he black?
Well, yes. So I think there is a sort of a history of not black, not characters that are not drawn black, but are like I'm thinking like Skeeter from Doug. Was blue, but the intent,
he was black.
But Skeeter's black, yes.
He's
black, the one everyone always talks about is Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. So I have to assume that Darwin exists within that same sort of that same sort of not black but is black sort of which But on the other hand, the idea of him then being somebody's pet who they adopt as a family member is terrible.
Yeah,
If
it's
it's black. So
we're
I'm
not saying a cartoon from like 2010 has perfect, racial
okay.
politics or thinking out. But
Okay.
Darwin the fish from Gumball,
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. He's black.
he is black. He has been voiced by exclusively black voice actors. Oh, I don't even. He's black. Okay, I don't have a slide saying he's black. He is black. You could look it up. Every single kid that voiced Darwin the fish from Gumball was a black child. He is black. Thank you, Zach, for participating in this game. So far, you owe black people $20.
Okay.
So not all the way to 25, but 20. I feel like that's a pretty good amount to start. One correct answer.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for playing, and thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back after this brief commercial break from our sponsors.
Hey folks, hope you're enjoying the show. I just want to take a quick minute to shout out one of our sponsors, which is Masterclass for check writing. Say you owe some checks. Maybe you owe a lot of checks. Maybe you owe like $2,000 for every man, woman, and child in the United States. Now, you said you were going to send it, but you haven't yet. But I think maybe the problem might be you just don't know how to write a check. So sign up today for a masterclass all on writing checks. We'll show you where to put the names. You've got a lot of them, so you can't really be wrong with any of them because you got to hit them all eventually. And show you where to put the number, which again is $2,000. And we'll show you all the fun ways you can sign your name on the checks. Maybe date them if you want. Maybe, maybe write something nice in the memo. There are endless opportunities, and we will show you all of the ways to write a check to someone or everyone. Because you're a good person, you wouldn't tell everybody you were going to give them $2,000 and then not do it. There's got to be another reason. So we're here to help work it through with you, show you all of the steps for writing a check. And you can do it today. Please sign up to this class today. The people are depending on you. Go to Masterclass Check Writing and use the code LEFTNIGHT for nothing off. You should have done it already. What, you want a code to get something off? No, just do it. Go sign up for the class and learn how to write a goddamn check. What the hell?
Man, that's great. And that reminds me, I have to write my rent check. Maybe I should take that class.
Yeah. Oh, maybe you'll get to meet somebody like Joe Biden in the class. That'll be fun.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe he'll learn how to write. Like, his check to every single American citizen is more than my check to my landlord. So
yeah. Oh yeah. And I learned something important from watching that video, which is I should not film the promos right after I've gotten out of the shower because my hair looks like a mullet.
No, I thought you were doing a half pony. That's what I thought.
Nope. It was just wet. It was just...
I thought you were doing the half pony look, like a cool like skater boy, Zach.
No, I am not. If you assume I'm doing something cool, it is unintentional.
I don't think that's always true. But let's go to the riff section for today. So what's been going on in the news, Zach?
So we got some. So maybe we'll start off. We'll talk about the stimmy troubles. We got. Yeah. We're supposed to get a stimulus. It keeps fluctuating wildly. They keep using this word bipartisanship, and I don't know. What do you think's going to happen, if anything?
I honestly have no idea. There seems to be some things that Biden is doing where he seems to be saying like, "Oh yeah, the Republicans are fucking annoying," which least you could do, right? As like the person who is supposed to be leading the like other party in this fucked up American system. So like apparently the new stimulus package passed 50-49 in Congress. It was like all Democrats that signed it. Like, yeah, we don't like. Also, the fact that Republicans like low key tried to kill other like lawmakers and like kind of like tried to start an insurrection. I feel like we could kind of put them to the side. I know Biden's been firing some people, some like people who were holdovers from Trump. But also, like, even I think the new leader of the House was like, yeah, well, we really got to care about bipartisanship. And it's like, no, I care about some money in my pocketbook.
Yeah.
And you already said it was going to be less money than you promised when like the Georgia runoffs happened. So like, how about you get that happening? I don't care about Republicans' feelings.
Yes.
I care about getting that check, you know?
Yes. I guarantee 0 people will receive their check and go, but what did the Republicans think of this? Nobody cares. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of, I don't understand why everyone doesn't. Maybe they notice and they don't care, but this whole idea that anytime the Republicans have the majority, they do whatever they want, and there's no worry about what the the minority party thinks. And for some reason, whenever Democrats keep getting control, there's nothing they can do because of Republicans. What are you doing? Why are you so bad at this? I mean, you either need to say that they're bad at this or they actually agree with the Republicans. And it's probably a mixture of both. Probably both of the above. They are both bad at this, and they also don't want to lead on how much they actually would rather the Republicans be able to obstruct them.
Yeah, I think you're entirely right. And I think there's like a few like senior Democrats and senior Republicans who are like, well, like, let's do some mean testing. Who really needs this money? Not people that make more than 50,000 a year, which like that's like, depending on where you are, it can be a comfortable place to be. In Boston, it's like not necessarily that great. And also probably a lot of places in New York City. Like, and also if you have a kid, that's like 50,000 for one person per year. Yeah. If you have a kid or lots of student loans, it's even less comfortable, right? So like the fact that they're like, let's not give them any money is like pretty fucked up, especially now. So.
It is anytime you means test something, it's time and money to create that like system. Like it is so much easier and maybe even cheaper because you don't have to hire people to figure out who is eligible and who is not, and run through people. If you just know that everybody or most people are going to be eligible, you can start shipping checks out the door immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, Joe Biden, run us our money. Stop fucking around. Come on. Where's the money? Money?
Yes, and I do think it is funny that people are still trying to say that, like, oh, you got 600 before and you're getting 1,400 afterwards, so that equals 2,000, which it didn't make sense 2 weeks ago before Biden was president, but now that he's been president and he still hasn't even given us that check that he said he was going to give, like, as the time goes on, that makes less and less sense because it's completely, if they were 2 days apart, it would be like, okay, some now and some later. The way that, sometimes you owe somebody some money and that's how you do it. But you do some now and some a month, 2 months later. No, that doesn't count. That's not how it works.
It's dumb.
And all right. Oh man. And so that's where we are with that. We could. What do we want to talk? What do you want to talk about now? New COVID strains or Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Oh man, I actually was thinking I wanted to bring up like a Rihanna talking about the farmers' protest in India, and they shut down the internet.
Yes.
Well, like I know a little bit about it. So like they shut down the internet around Delhi, which is not a good thing when there's protests. I think recently the protests have escalated a little bit, and there has been a non-police civilian death at the hands of police at the protests. And Rihanna, famed megastar and entrepreneur, she has like bras, makeup line. She was like, why aren't people talking about this? And the Indian government on Twitter responded to her. Like, she is doing everything but putting out an album. She's getting involved in like international diplomacy. She's starting 5 new businesses. She's doing so much, but she hasn't put out a new album. Like, so what's going on? What's going on, Rihanna?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like I said, I don't know a ton about what's going on there, other than I know that Modi is not cool, despite his very cool video he made of him Kung Fu Panda fighting with Xi Jinping.
Wait, he did that?
Oh yeah, you haven't seen. Somebody made a video of Modi fighting Xi Jinping, and it's pretty much copied like beat for beat from a fight scene from Kung Fu Panda.
God, this world that
which if it was anybody other than Modi would be very cool.
Yeah, if it was like someone who wasn't completely detestable, it would be pretty cool. Yeah, so Rihanna did talk about that. We could briefly comment on Marjorie Taylor Greene, who believes there's like a giant Jewish space laser that caused the wildfires, which is like the most advanced articulation of anti-Semitism. Like, you think like Jewish people all over the world crafted a laser in space away from the knowledge of multiple governments, right? Like that, like everyone knew about, Sputnik. How do you think like Jewish people who speak many different languages across the world and have like it just seems bizarre, Unlikely.
Yeah. And of course, now that the Democrats are saying that they're going to censure her or remove her from posts, the Republicans are now saying, oh, well, we're going to do the same to Ilhan Omar. And all of the disingenuous losers who tisk Ilhan Omar, but from the Democratic Party, now this is what you're getting for it. You're getting exactly what you deserve for the way that you handle the one of the better members of your party.
Yeah, exactly. I would say on any given day, Secret Jewish Space Laser is one of the more anti-Semitic things I've ever heard from anyone. So but I know, like, everyone in the Republican Party is like, oh, the only way to fight against anti-Semitism is by giving tons of money to Israel, irrespective of how the nation state runs, because it's technically a Jewish nation, so
right.
It's all bullshit. I hope she does get kicked out, because she's like mad into QAnon, and that just like that's just like freaking dangerous. So
but they'll never kick her out, because they're all toxic and they're all terrible people. And if you kick out one, then it sets a precedent.
You're right. Well, on that note, let's hear a little bit about what's on your mind, Zach. What are your closing remarks for the day?
Thanks. So the next couple of weeks of the show are going to get a little weird, and there may be some changes. We don't know. As it turns out, this is not my. I'm not expecting that my political wit and insight is going to be a future long-term career. I am currently in school for city planning, and my classes may affect the show. So I just want to let everybody know where I stand on this, and if I do disappear at some point, this is what is important to me. We have a world where there are a lot of people who need places to live, and then a lot of people who need places to live so that they can make money off of you. And those two, in complete contrast, they cannot exist at the same time. So I'm hoping that I can use a degree to housing, the housing in the United States and the world, because it does not work the way it's worked. But hopefully there will be some strides made in our lifetime. Austin just bought a hotel so that they could house unhoused people. And even though every city in America has more vacant units than it does homeless people, these issues persist. And with any help, I'll be able to do something about them. Or at worst, maybe I'll get a degree that allows me to tell them where to put more streetlights, so it's less dark on the streets. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to be around for now, so we should be excited.
All right. Thank you so much, Zach. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Please stick around for Quarantine Action Wrestling coming up right after this.
Oh no! Did I lose connection?
Oh, you you might. Yeah, there was a pause, and that's why I said that.
Do you still
Let's
have
cut
more?
this out and post. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
No, I can edit this. Do
Okay.
you want to take your? Let's take your. Would you intro his final thoughts one more time?
Okay.
And then yeah.
Okay. All right. So on that note, Zach, could you please share with us some of your final thoughts for this evening?
Are you having some internet trouble, Zach? I think he might be frozen.
I think, yeah. All right. Did you hear us? You're moving now.
Zach, can you hear us?
Oh, no. I don't think he can.
I don't think he can hear us.
Hey, Zach,
Yeah.
we moving forward?
Yeah, just have him exit out and then exit back in. Oh, now he's muted.
Oh.
Now you're
Do you
muted.
hear?
Can't.
When did I start losing? When did I start dropping from the thing?
I think you had just talked about how you were you talked about the housing, and then and then it felt like you were done, and then that's when I brought Kendra in.
Yes. So I saw Kendra start to come in, and because that was when I was done. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it should be good then, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, then we should be. Yeah. So do you want to? So I'll put Zach up, and then Kendra, I'll put you up, and then the both of you can just close out, say goodbye, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for Quarantine Action Wrestling, and we will see you next week. Hi. Okay,
Perfect.
I should